Come on, people, gather together. Stop the steal of our poo. It's a tale as old as time. Well, not really, but what comes to mind when I say alien abductions? Could be memory loss, it could be implanting chips, or it could be stealing our baby juices. But if you're an immature child like me, it could be anal probing. What's more fun than that? Why is it that aliens always seem to go straight for the butt? It always comes down to anal probing. Great thing. Hello, I am Tommy Breakfluid, and today we just figured out why aliens probe our butt. But first, we know that alien abductions usually end with some sort of probing. But what was the first alien anal probe? Well, it comes down to one of the very first abduction cases out there. Yeah, that's right, the Hill case, which I talked about in my last video. But doing research into that video, I did not find anything about anal probing. Granted, I was not looking for that. And very few people know that Barney Hill was actually anally probed. But Barney Hill claimed that he had a cylindrical object inserted into his rectum. Dang near killed him. But Barney believes that something was extracted during his probing. But remember that for later, because that is a key fact for this theory. Now, I did find this straight in his report, but after his initial report that he gave to NICAP, he came back and reported that he was probed and gave the account of having something inserted into his hole. Then through the years, others started to come forth saying that they were also probed, like Whitley Steinberg and Charles Hickinson. Both of them have very similar stories. Granted, they're two completely different aliens that they saw. Whitley saw one that was more closer to the Hills account, and Charles, he saw something completely different, like it was a weird wrinkly crab robot thing. But they both had thorough examinations where they claimed that metal objects were stuck up their bum. Whitley went on to write a book about his abduction and other people's abductions called Communion. He also claims that he has spoken to different alien races and all that fun stuff. So that's a good side tangent maybe for later. But why do aliens need to stick things in sphincters? Maybe they're just messing around with us, being like, hey, look at that guy. Or maybe they have a better use for it. And that fact has been highly debated for years. But today, I am putting a stop to it with a perfect explanation of why aliens are so fascinated with our cheeks. It all started when I posted a clip from my last video on TikTok. It was talking about life on Zeta Reticuli, and I got a comment from a dude named Your Neighbor Carl. He's on TikTok. And he absolutely enlightened me. No, enlightened all of us on his theory of why probing is so common. His theory is that space travel needs a very sterile environment because if any sicknesses were to break out, it could be deadly to the crew of the ship. So the aliens need to do a lot of preparation for their travels, like disinfecting the whole ship and taking a lot of antibiotics. And what do antibiotics do? Well, they kill all the microorganisms, if you take them long enough, that live in your gut. So to fix that, they come to Earth, abduct some people, probe them, and harvest their poo. And it's for fecal transplants for when they get back home. Now, fecal transplants are very common, and it's a way to replace the microorganisms that live in your gut if you have killed them all off, like taking antibiotics way longer than you should have. Now, it usually consists of finding a donor, getting their poo, sticking a tube down your nose, and pump the poo in until it's in your gut. But Tommy, you might ask, why us? Well, not too many people know this, but the Greys are typically the alien behind abductions. They're actually human, just from a different timeline or dimension, maybe a universe. I don't know. I have not looked that far into where the Greys come from. But they are human. They're just further evolved than us. And that is why they use us, because we are human. We have not killed our microorganisms, but they have. So why not use us? We're already right here. You may also ask, Why don't they just ask? Well, maybe they're just embarrassed. I mean, I would be too if I needed a fecal transplant. Or, more likely, we shot down the welcome wagon in 1947 over Roswell. Maybe they were going to invite us to join the Galactic Federation and peacefully trade our poo, but now they're mad because, we shot down their ship. So it feels right to come and steal our poo. Now, I think this theory perfectly explains why probing is so common in alien abduction stories, but it begs the question, why don't we stand up and come all together and demand them to stop the steal? Stop stealing our poo, aliens. That is our right to have. You don't need to come in and steal it. That's just ridiculous. Come ask us. Come trade with us. I don't care. Come ask for our poo. Ask for our poo. Ask for it. Just do that simple thing. I'm sure we'd give it to you. We have plenty. But stop stealing it from us. You need to absolutely stop. You guys need to stop stealing our poo. Hands off our poo. Hands off our poo. Hands off our poo. Hands off our poo. USA! 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 Hands off our poo! Hands off our poo! USA! USA! Come on, people. Gather together. Stop the steal of our poo. We need it. Or at least ask for them to trade with us. But you need to stop stealing our poo, aliens. Aliens, stop it. USA! USA! USA!